Back here on the Rich Eisen Show on the
It's already starting.
Roku Sports Channel. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Burr is here on the Rich Eisen Show back again.
First things first, I want to know who you defeated to get that title as best dad ever. As a dad, I mean, I don't remember. I wasn't part of the bracket.
Anybody. I was the 12 seed.
Invited to the
I
dance.
was the 12 seed.
You were Gonzaga, inexplicably getting to the Final
I'm
Four.
the Gonzaga of dads. That's what I am. No one saw me coming with my 3 children. No, this is a Father's Day gift. I can still see here 24. This is $24. Unbelievable.
Wow, I know you're a great dad. You see his green room. Like it's nothing with athletes. It's all you with your kids, man. That's a great thing.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Yeah, I came specifically. Do you want to go half on Turkish hair plugs? I feel like we're the last 2 guys keeping it real out here.
We were talking this the other day. Like I could see a bunch of guys on the air. I know it's fake. I know it's completely
but
fake.
no, they're getting good though.
They are, but
you
I
can
could
jump
still
in
tell.
multiple pools now with the hair plugs that they got going on.
1 year, I was thinking of getting it. It was about 10 years ago, at least. I was thinking about it. And Marshall Falk says, I know a guy down in San Diego.
I got a guy.
That's what I got a guy. You know what I mean? With my guy, I'm like, I know. It's not a fly-by-night real thing. So I called the doctor's office. I set up a FaceTime.
Did they draw on your head? Did you get that far?
Anything.
Did you get that far?
Did not. Here's how it started. Doctor gets on the phone. I'm waiting for him 5 minutes. I'm on a FaceTime just thinking, really, am I going to just sit here waiting? I'm thinking of even just hanging up. He gets on. He looks at me and he goes, oh, wow.
Like I got a lot of work in front of me?
End of conversation. He started.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this was so.
Yeah,
wow.
no.
When the
If you go
doctor-
to any medical person and they're intimidated by whatever your problem is, that's it. Hey, let's take a look at your heart. Oh, wow.
That's the last thing you want to hear from a doctor.
You don't.
Oh, wow.
Your QB in the huddle looking at the defense. Oh, wow. Those guys look tough.
Back on the radio network.
Definitely going to be handing the ball off on this play.
That's right. Oh, wow. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Here I am, years later, still bald. That's me. Bill Burr, Drop Dead Years, coming exclusively to Hulu on March 14th.
You know what the upside of being bald is? You're always ready to go.
Is it? I know, right?
You know what I mean? You don't got to mess with you. You just like, everybody thinks that, you did the hygiene thing. You throw in a sweater and a button down, that's it. You can roll out of bed and put that on, and everybody thinks you're just ready to go. I'm not saying good things are going to happen to you as a bald person, but you are ready to get there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can get ready in I swear to God, dude, I can get ready in 3 minutes.
So how long is your wait when you're waiting for, not to get you in any trouble at home?
My
but
wife?
how long
she can take all the time in the world. I understand women now.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's not balanced. You know what I mean?
You cracked the code?
It's like playing the Chiefs. It's going to be a loss. There's too many things working against you. By the way, can I talk about the 2-point conversion?
Please.
And just really put it into perspective? First of all, I forget about people going for it in the second quarter like there's not like a whole other half of football. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like a 2-point conversion means you have to score back-to-back touchdowns. And the first touchdown took you at least 3 plays, if not 4.
Right.
And then because it's 2 points, I don't think people look at it like that. And the amount of times I saw the Bills do it, it's like you scored a touchdown, the crowd's out of the game for a second, and then rather than just kicking the extra point in the second quarter, right? Plenty of time left. You go for it and you don't get it, and the crowd gets a rise out of it. And they think like something positive happened,
right?
Rather than you just scored a touchdown, you took them out of the game briefly, and then you immediately go for these 2-point conversions. I don't get it.
I get it.
And then I feel like they get 1 out of 3, and so then you get 2 points out of a possible just 3 extra points you could have kicked.
The one thing I don't understand too is when you go when you're down, like say, 15, okay, and you score a touchdown, and then you go for the 2 there. As opposed to just take your 7 points, be done with it. Now you got to go for 2 one time at the end, because if you miss the 2 now you got to go for 2 a second time. And the answer that I get from analytics people is like, well, now you'll know if you go for 2 right away, if you've got to go for it a second time. And I'm like, but you got to go for it only once.
Nothing in this world makes sense. Like I think once this is part of being old now. Nothing makes sense. Like, football guys used to make decisions. Now the kid's on the math team. make the decision. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't understand cars. I can't shut my wife's car. Like she has this electric car, and it's a piece of crap. It's like driving an iPad. It's trying to suck all this information out you. And then they always say, like, don't drive distracted. And the damn car won't shut up. Like the side view mirrors, if somebody's coming along. We're in the, lanes. We're driving down. We know what we're doing. And the thing on the red's like, ha, 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 ha. It starts doing like this. Or like when you back up, beep, 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 beep. And I'm sitting in the car like, what? What do you see that I don't? Is there a toddler back there? Half the time it's just like a little branch. She has information on the inside of the windshield. It's like the speedometer. The speedometer's right there. I thought I'm not supposed to drive. I think what it is they don't want us driving cars anymore. Mm-hmm. So they're trying to distract us, acting like it's technology. So we're going to have more car accidents, so then they can get you into a self-driving car, which is not a self-driving car.
Do you see those around here?
That's your own personal police car. And you're going to say the wrong thing on one of these social media things, and one day you think you're making a left to the gym, and the thing's taking you to the cops to get re-educated. Like, I thought I was going to the gym. Rich, please do not fight.
That's what you think of when you see these self-driving cars on the road, Bill?
That's exactly what I think. They just want you to be like this bag of mush just driving down the street. Now, what's wrong with thinking? Have
you gone to the new Clippers arena, into it? Have you gone there yet?
Yeah, you got to use your face to get in. I would never go there. And I would never perform there. I would never do anything in a place that wants you to do that. But you know what's going to happen? What? Is eventually everyone, what's the difference? They got all our information anyway. Right. And then the herd's going to go over the cliff. And then what am I going to do? Be a street performer? now with this lack of pigment, I'm going to have to do it too.
You are at some point in time.
Yeah,
I mean, so you wouldn't. So like when the Celtics just came into town, right? Is that your team, the Celtics, or no?
Oh, dude, the Celtics always lose to the Clippers. They get up for the Lakers and then they party the night before the Clippers. I fell for that like 6 years in a row. I used to watch the Big Three lose to them, and they had nobody on the Clippers, and they beat us by like 18.
So you won't give your face up? You won't? I mean, you're like, you're facially recognized just walking down the street.
I'll be honest with you,
care?
like, I watch games at home.
Yes.
When I go to games, it's just like there's just too much stuff going on. Like I like to talk about why'd they do this? What are they doing this for? Why would you go for two there? I don't understand why they're not kicking the extra point.
Right.
But there's so much, and it's so loud. I'm telling you, you're going to get tinnitus. Like you're going to go see Judas Priest at these damn things. Not to bring those guys up again. They already got blamed for some stuff a long time ago.
What do you think?
I don't know why I picked them. So no, I just get it. It's a young man's game. I'm an old guy, so that's it. You go for two, and
what do you think of Brady calling the games, Bill? Do you like
I think he's doing a great job.
I like it.
Yeah, I like also like Tony Romo's another guy that some people don't like. Like their knowledge of the game is it's incredible.
Well, I mean, just Brady saying anything where he just wants to talk about the playoffs. When he's going to call the Super Bowl, like who else would you want to hear? Like guy's been in the game 10 times or 11 times.
Do you know what's funny about those guys? They know so much about the game that I feel like sports fans who want to be the guys saying what's going to happen and they keep beating them to it, they start to not like them. And it's just like, it's okay to not know as much as a professional NFL quarterback. I find like when I listen to Romo and Tom Brady, mostly former players.
Yeah.
Like I love the broadcaster, keeps it going, knows when to, do everything with the former player because their insight of what's going on is incredible. I like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Bill Burr here on the Rich Eisen Show. Bill Burr, Drop Dead Years, available on Hulu March 14th. What's the drop? Are you in your Drop Dead Years?
Yeah,
Is that what you're
it's a joke
to?
that I do in my act, saying like basically for a man, like I'm too young to die of natural causes, but I'm not young enough. I'm not too, whatever the word is, just to drop dead. These are the years as a guy, and it's a uniquely male phenomenon. Like women don't seem to drop dead. I think as they cry and they emote and they I don't know what they do. They just I don't know.
They live forever.
Yeah, they do.
That's what they do.
They live for. They're doing something right. But us, we are always like there's always people falling out of golf carts and stuff like that. But my thing is, if you make it past like 61, 62, then you're just looking at like a prolonged illness or something like that'll take you out.
So so that means I'm in my drop dead years right now.
Yes,
pretty much.
Like one of us might not make it to the end of this interview.
That'll be a ratings grabber.
No,
for sure.
No. It's obviously it's just a joke. So I shot it up in Seattle. My buddy Ben Tischler, who I co-wrote Old Dads with, he directed it, did an amazing job. I love how it looks, and Seattle was sort of the perfect city, you know, because I lean a little left, I also lean right or whatever, so it's kind of had that good like push-pull thing. So I had like the liberal from Seattle people, and you had the lumberjack people from, you know, the woods come in, and it's like that's kind of like what I like. I like to have as many people.
It's purple America. That's what
you're
talking about.
Which would be, you know, a nice thing. It's a little disturbing where we are right now. Because when I was a kid, we hated the Russians. And now people like hate states. And it's like, it's supposed to be the United States. So I'm hoping there will be some sort of unifying
I'm with you.
energy out there.
And you're that guy. You're going to be uniting us,
Well,
Bill
if
Burr.
I'm that guy, then we're in a lot of trouble. But like,
God, let's hope not.
Yeah.
And so that's coming out in mid-March. Dude, I think I texted you when I heard you were in Glengary, Glen Ross. That's going to be on Broadway. I am psyched for this.
Yeah.
How are you prepping for this thing, man?
Well, when I get out of the fetal position, I've just been running the lines, been working with an acting coach. And
it's not like you've never acted. I mean, you've been in Breaking Bad.
I know,
at the very
but like
least
I'm in
here,
there
man.
with some heavy hitters. So, but the good thing is like, you know, I think, you know, they're going to be carrying it. So I feel like I've joined I'm a Division II player that's on that just got on to Alabama. It's Kieran Culkin, Bob Odenkirk, Michael McKeon. So I mean, those guys, they're gonna crush it. So all I got to do is just game manage. I'm gonna be a game manager.
You're the Ed Harris role, right?
Yes, I am. I play the bald guy.
Isn't that odd that you get that role, man? Isn't that strange, Bill?
No, it's good. Well, they can't have a not bald guy play it because then
true.
the liberals will get upset. Why didn't you have a bald guy play the bald guy?
That's right. Baldists. They're all baldists on Broadway.
Well, yeah. That's what I've always loved that about, like, it's like, well, that's what acting is playing what you aren't. Other than that, you're just memorizing lines, right? I don't know.
So you're going to be on a podcast and Ed Harris is going to come out and act like your brother or something like that?
I love Ed Harris, and like one of my favorite State of Grace.
Yes.
Which was based on that book, The Westies,
Sure.
if you ever read that. I read that when I was living in New York. It was about the Irish gang in Hell's Kitchen, which is now called Clinton, for whatever reason. And what was cool about the book is it had all the places where they hung out and all like their hideouts and everything. And I got so into that book that I would just go around and just see what all of those places. And it was so funny.
Yeah.
They were like, you know, cupcake and coffee places, and it's just like they used to chop up bodies in the back of this. You have like no idea. It's one of the fascinating things about like being in New York, because unlike like LA, like it just crushes me the amount of beautiful buildings that they knock down out here.
Yeah.
And also with these fires out here, like I would put this up against anybody. I think Los Angeles has the most beautiful like homes, architectures, those Spanish revivals, the craftsmen's, the Art Deco stuff. It's just incredible. And that was another thing, obviously people losing their homes, but then like I can't imagine how many of those like 100-year-old homes, those legendary ones that, you know,
they just went up.
with all that tile work and everything, the arches, it's just
And
gorgeous.
you're doing a benefit show tonight,
yes,
right?
Yep.
You and Shane Gillis?
Yeah, Shane Gillis, who I've never done a gig with. Very excited.
Dude, when
to do that. And Andrew Santino and Dean Del Rey are also going to be on, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
When Shane Gillis went on ESPN and called Nick Saban Alabama Jones because of the hat that he had, it looked like, did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that.
That was fantastic. That was absolutely hilarious, man.
Yeah.
So you and Shane Gillis tonight going to raise some money. By the way, that was my way of just kind of bringing up Billy Corgan to you minutes ago when I asked if Ed Harris is going to go on a podcast and ask if you acted like
is
your
that
brother.
what that was?
That's what that was.
Yeah. Well,
was that? People want to know. Were you really pissed?
Listen, I don't like talk about
Your stuff?
Yeah, I don't. And so like Howie did what he did.
Yeah.
Because he is a Hollywood whore. And he doesn't care what happens, that he just didn't.
Okay.
You know, he could have said something and he just, you know,
Just threw it out
brings
there.
up all that weirdness. You know,
I had no
Billy's
idea.
fine. I mean, that's the first time I ever met him, but that was like fine or whatever.
He's a
But like,
diehard
I
sports
did
fan,
not
by the way.
appreciate, what Howie did. No, not
okay.
at all.
All right. So
No,
then,
no, but he's like Howie, so he's like sort of hard to hate. You know what I
Right.
mean? How do you like hate a germaphobe? He's like not threatening. He just walks with his arms in so he doesn't rub against curtains that he owns. That's the weirdest thing about him. He's a strange man.
he came on this show and he just bounced off the walls, literally, when he came in here. Right?
Yeah, that was early on.
Did
that
he
was
take him? That was
one of the
over
first
10
days
years
for like
ago.
an hour. He stayed forever. He wouldn't leave.
So when do you go to New York? Just now? Is this happening now?
Rehearsal start in February. So then, I
am
head out
jacked
there
up,
and
man. You're in a David Mamet play, dude, on Broadway. That's pretty freaking cool.
yeah, it is.
That is really great. And
It
by
is.
the
Who do you like in the Super Bowl?
I like the Chiefs.
You're really going out on a limb, aren't you?
Dude, hey, listen. The Eagles are really good, but I also chose.
Boy, are they?
But I chose the Chiefs.
The Eagles are going to have to be
first
up
week
by
of
at
the
least
season.
30 points.
All right, go there, Bill. Go there.
Oh, then ignore.
Go there. No, I'm not.
Ignore.
I'm not ignoring.
Then
I'm not
ignore.
ignoring. I'm
Then
not
ignore.
ignoring. No,
Oh,
go
yeah,
there.
no. That's the greatest team you're ever gonna see. It doesn't get any better than that. And it's just the football at the highest level. And if you're not appreciating what's going on, then there's something wrong with you.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Dude, it's a show. Okay, they're all shows at this point. Like, I think there was a while there where I think. Listen, let's be honest. Okay, there's
Please.
always been point shaving, mob gambling. It's always been, and all sports have always been like that. But I think we're going into like an unprecedented time of that on all sports or whatever. So I'm not just singling them out. I don't care about that stuff. But I'm just saying, like,
You think the Chiefs are not as good as we're making them out to be, Bill? I mean, I'm trying to put the hammer directly on the head
it's
here.
a business.
Yes.
It's a business, and you got to look at the problem with the Chiefs is Patrick Mahomes doesn't have a dance partner. Well, you had Bradshaw, Staubach, you had Montana, Elway. He's just the only guy. So if you don't like the Chiefs, you should everyone should buy the jersey of that kid on the Redskins. So then the NFL will be, maybe there's some money. So maybe this is lucrative. If we could sort of, I don't think it's fixed. I think it's massaged. There's definitely more back rubs on one side than the other. I mean, I don't know. Like, dude, you know what kills me was when I watched the NBA in 2000.
Massaged.
I was going like, this is fixed. This is fixed.
Well, at times it was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Right.
but then they do the Oswald thing. They blame it on one guy.
Right.
Yeah, it was just him. It's like, if I'm on an officiating crew with you and I'm shaving points, how long before you figure that out? Half a quarter.
Half a quarter.
You
Dan-
figure, like, what is this
right.
guy doing?
I see what you're saying.
And then
But-
you come up to me upset, that
So you
I'm
thought-
not letting you in on the action because we're both underpaid.
See, but the thing is, like, and I
We're
understand.
wearing our athletes' foot shirts, right? And our dirty slacks. Like, you ever take one of those American airline flights with like the propellers?
Yeah.
You ever see the pants of the pilots? I mean, they're getting paid less than a substitute teacher. It's insane. They come in with those old black Reeboks on. They look like they're waiting tables at Applebee's, and you're putting your life in their hands. They're grossly underpaid. I'm not saying they're bad pilots. It's just like,
No.
It's like there's nothing spiffy about it.
So you'd feel safer flying on a plane with a guy with a better pair of pants, is what you're saying.
I'd like to see a crease. I'd like to see a crease going into the cockpit. I don't want TGI Fridays.
But it's a party.
Like
you
they got a bunch of miserable people walking in the back having to sing a happy birthday to somebody.
So watching at home, part of you, Bill Burr, thinks that when Allen's step into the line of scrimmage in a 4th down and short, and he's called and he's barely making it to the line of scrimmage, just a little past it. Maybe he's got the first down, maybe he doesn't.
And maybe one guy says it is a first down and the other guy says it isn't. You know which way it's going to go.
Somebody's sitting there going, "Here's my chance to get that massage." Like, is that what you're saying? Because again, that's.
I just think, where is the money? Like, come on, man. They got all the stars. They got Taylor Swift. I mean, that's going to be a lot. Like, it's a business. Why are they an entertainment league? Why aren't they a sports league?
So you're thinking that there is a thumb on the scale.
I'm asking
somewhere.
you.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Why are they called an entertainment league? Why are they not?
Because they're a sports league, but it is entertainment in this day and age. You know what I mean?
If you're called an entertainment league,
Yes.
and a game is proven to be fixed, you can't be. From what I've read, you cannot be tried because it's entertainment. It's sports entertainment.
So you don't think the Chiefs are as good as they really are?
I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
I'm not going to say that. I'm just saying that it's a business.
You've got Chiefs fatigue. That's what you've got.
What?
You got a little bit of the Chiefs fatigue. You're tired of watching them win.
Okay, you're a company man. I get it. I get it. Because you know what it is? Rich Eisen in the green room is not Rich Eisen behind this desk.
What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is you want me to say what you're not going to say.
No.
That's what you're doing to me. That's what you're doing to me. As you sit here, look at this propaganda, best dad ever.
I'm not
You get
trying
it.
to
You're
get you to
wholesome.
say anything.
You're wholesome. I get it. You're
You
wholesome.
say this to me every time
I love it.
that you are here. So who do you think is going to win? You think the Chiefs will win just because of it, or now all figurative bets are off?
I
Super
don't.
Bowl
I don't
doesn't
watch
matter.
Chiefs games.
You don't?
I don't. It drives.
So you won't watch the
it
Super
drives
Bowl?
me insane. Yeah, I think I'll live. I've watched like 50 of them. It's cool. It's cool. I don't watch the NBA. I don't watch a lot of things anymore because I got kids, but then also like I just.
I know you watched Michigan Ohio
listen,
State this year.
Music
I know you watched
changes, sports changes, everything changes, and at some point you just back in the '80s listening to your hair metal, you don't know and your car's yelling at you, and you don't know why. You just become this confused old man. So that's basically what I am.
A confused
I'm
old
just
man.
a confused old man. Don't listen to me.
You're
Everything's
not.
on the up and up.
Bill Burr, Drop Dead Year is available streaming
It's
exclusively
not like there's a
on
bunch
Hulu
of money involved here, Rich.
on March 14th, and then I cannot wait. I will be in the audience at some point. Previews begin March 10th. Show opens March 31st, runs through May, so you better get tickets while you can. To Glengary, Glenn Ross on Broadway, Kieran Culkin, Bob Odenkirk, Michael McKeon, and you. So
I always say I'm going to sit up, and then I forget.
it's okay. You look great.
Huh? Do I?
Yeah, you do.
When I slouch, I look like a Mr. Potato Head.
We started rewatching The Mandalorian in my house too. Is it fair to ask you if you're going to be in that movie or no?
Is it fair to ask me?
I don't know. I don't want to
For some
put it-
reason, you can't say what.
I don't
It's
know.
weird.
They're-
Like
they're
you,
real-
like
they're
you
real-
can't.
They're real secretive about stuff.
Everybody's
like
like secretive, and then you can't like for some reason be like I just got a gig in Italy. And I'm sitting there on my podcast being like, can I say this? Why wouldn't you want me to say it? I don't know. But I think because there's so much stuff that people are watching, they try to have like
a little bit of a
their
surprise.
D-Day of media.
So
let's blitzkrieg this. There, I went both sides.
Do I see you in The Mandalorian?
Allies and Axis. What?
Do I see you in The Mandalorian movie?
Do you see me in that?
Yes.
Do you know how quickly Disney would whack me if I answered that?
That's why I asked if it was fair. I'm sorry to put you on a spot then.
No, it's all right.
I hope I do see you in The Mandalorian movie.
You know what? You have Mandalorian fatigue.
I have fatigue waiting for The Mandalorian. That's what I have. I can't wait to see it. That's why I'm excited about it. Okay. I feel like
you just don't think everything that I was saying in the green room, that none of that landed with you.
everything you said.
Wait, is this on air, Rich, or is this Rich? Am I talking to Rich? You're not looking at me.
I'm looking directly.
No, I get
at
it.
you.
I get it, dude. I get it.
No,
I get it.
you
I
can
get it.
s-
Hey,
you
man,
have-
I don't want to ruin your gig.
You're not. You aren't ruining a damn thing.
I'm
man.
excited to see Mark Marquez riding for the Team Ducati.
Yeah, before
with Pekka Bagnaia. I love
are you
motorcycle racing and all that stuff. And
So that's what you're watching. You're watching that? Is that what you're
and
watching?
I think that's the best racing out there as far as like the amount of passing and stuff. Like so many, there'll be like 3-4 races a year where like on the last lap, the guy in first and second will like pass each other like 3 or 4 times. And then it's hilarious. Like the announcers are almost like they go up into falsetto. And now Mark Marquez is it sounds like that spam sketch from Monty Python.
That's right.
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton. There's another one like the F1. They do stuff. It just cracks me up. But I started with F1, but I just found like there was too little amount of like passing, and then there's just been like domination, like one driver, like it was and nobody can like beat him. So it just kind of got boring. But then I got into motorcycle racing. I'm like, oh, this is really like great stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, so
Fantastic.
I'm excited about that.
Well, like I said, I'm pumped to see you on Broadway, man.
Okay. Are you going to come out?
I'm 100%. I will. I love this play.
Have I said too many things here that maybe somebody calls you up and says, I don't
Zero.
know, man. I don't.
Zero.
Rich, if you like
Zero.
your sports show,
Zero.
I don't think that you
nothing.
Maybe you want to go.
You and I are great. You will leave here great. I will be feeling great, and I will have no voicemails
What
anywhere.
if I told you they added a dance number
to the
singing
Glengary Glen Ross?
and it's just me solo?
Then I'm definitely showing up. I will be sitting in a front row seat, sir.
No, I am beyond excited to do that. This is something that
you're perfect for it. It's going to be perfect.
I mean, yeah,
for
it's going to be. I don't know what it's going to be. I've never done it, so I'm kind of like, I'm.
You were built to do David Mamet, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, thank you.
And I cannot wait to see it.
Right.
And again, everyone should go get tickets. Opening March 31st, begins on March 10th, and right in the middle on March 14th, Bill Burr, Drop Dead Years.
You don't think the Eagles have good enough defense to beat?
I think they absolutely
that
do.
System.
I think I absolutely do. But I need to make sure that my paycheck clears, so the Chiefs are going to win. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.